my instinct for you is you're still learning to trust community, which I think is true for a lot of us. And the way that we trust community is not that we only hang out with healed people. It's that we know how to be a loving guardian of ourselves, so that if someone comes up to you and says, "Oh my God, what are you talking about with that stupid spirituality again?" You have the ability to lovingly but solidly go, "Excuse me, that's incredibly judgmental of you. I don't like football. You love football. I never say to you, 'Oh, stupid fucking football,'" right? So this is the point. In order to be a guardian of this, we have to be a guardian of it. And a guardian can't just be loving. Sometimes you have to meet. Now, what I just did, if it processed any of you, yeah, I had an edge of aggression in it to demonstrate. But if you notice, my aggression was here. I didn't aim it at them. You can turn up your fire within your own energy field, and it's a boundary. You can turn up your fire and aim it out of your energy field at someone else, and it's, you could call it emotional violence. Now, here's my truth about this boundary stuff. The more I get boundaried, because I was terrible at this in my 20s, like I would have been so scared to give anyone a boundary, and even in my early 30s, I let people walk over me, and manipulation. You guys know, you've been there yourselves. The more we have this boundary, the more we won't need to have it. It's kind of like I said it in Soul Magic. I said there are certain people who walk into the room and you're like, she's nice, but I wouldn't mess with her because she holds herself and she's holding herself. So sometimes in the process of finding your new boundaries, you have to turn the fire up a bit. That's why the Z's once said, don't worry if in your process of trying to rebalance a relationship, you get angry at someone, provided you recognize you were angry at them and you either apologize for your behavior or you say, "I'm really sorry, yesterday I blew up at you, I'm sorry I did that, here's why it happened, but I wish I'd done it a different way." You can always, the Z said, whenever you're angry at someone, the other person is leaving room for that to happen. Now, we can look at that on an extreme case, and my heart always breaks around people in abusive or controlling relationships. I've been in a couple, but I've never been on the receiving end of violence, and I've heard far worse stories than mine about abusive, controlling relationships. So I always feel for those people because they're so broken down that the person is allowed to repeatedly invade their space. But the only way those people get out of it is that a light goes on inside them, or enough people support them into realizing that this is not okay. This person is not allowed to be violent to you. Now, they might be violent to you. We can't control other people. What we can do is increase our own inner ability to have a spiritual, loving fire that will protect our energy field whenever anyone else tries to attack or diminish it.